Hi there, this is Ranjit, and this is going to be a very different kind of a video. And guys, I just want to say that I really liked OnePlus. This is not a hate video or something, but I have been actually covering the OnePlus products from a long time. And seeing now what the company is doing in the recent times, I'm worried what they are doing. So just wanted to share my thoughts with this, and hopefully it changes, because OnePlus, the whole logic of OnePlus was based on providing great hardware at a great price point for users, and that's how the entire brand grew. In fact, I remember I covered the first OnePlus One in November 2014. It was when it was just launched in India, and it was actually very difficult to get OnePlus devices. You had to get an invite and all those things, and because of the pricing at what that device was launched, it was a super hit. It was a waiting line to get that devices, and yes, obviously it was a great hit at that time, and I feel the users really liked great hardware at a great price point. Really, that tagline, what they had earlier, flagship killer, was relevant, but now I don't think so that is relevant anymore. In fact, the OnePlus 2 was sort of a disappointment, and if you check out my review, I'll leave all the links. What previous OnePlus devices I've covered was a disappointment, and I said in my review. But next year in August of in 2016, they came back very strongly with the OnePlus 3, and gradually, if you notice, the OnePlus was always increasing the pricing of the devices every generation, and that was fair, because about 2,000-3,000 rupees. Initially the OnePlus One, I think, was for 21,000. By the time it reached to OnePlus 3, it was about 28,000, and I was okay with that, because yes, obviously the price increase if you want to give quality and stuff. Still, they were giving great hardware, but with the OnePlus 3, they also started this new trend of the T series. So after 6 months, the 3T came, and I was also perplexed, but it's okay. Still, the pricing gap was not that much. Then obviously OnePlus 4 was not there. Directly they jumped to OnePlus 5 and the OnePlus 5T. Again, very good products, but gradually they were increasing the pricing again with every release, about 2,000-3,000 rupees. And when OnePlus 6 came, if I recall, the price was about 38,000 or something. Correct me if I'm wrong, the base variant I'm talking. And then we also had the OnePlus 6T. And just about 6 months ago, we had this one, the OnePlus, and people were thinking now with the OnePlus 60, the pricing of the devices were getting a little bit on the crazier side. We had Asus, the 5Z, 6Z, they were releasing. So again, price competition was there. We had the Redmi K20 Pro, again, very good Snapdragon 855 and stuff. So I think so with the OnePlus 7, they realized that, and this is the OnePlus 7, they dropped the pricing. That was a surprise move. I actually did not expect that, from 38,000, because generally if you look at the history of OnePlus, every generation they were increasing the pricing by 2,000-3,000 rupees. So it was a pleasant surprise that this OnePlus 7, they priced it at 33,000. So I was actually pleasantly surprised, happy with that. But one thing that I noticed with OnePlus 7 is that in the camera department, they did not do anything. Again, if you look even with the earlier OnePlus devices, 660, they had this dual camera setup, but the second camera was doing nothing actually. It was just the main camera, and the second camera was just used for zoom and stuff. And in the OnePlus 7, even sillier thing, it was just a depth camera. So I would say, yes, the OnePlus 7T now, even at a discounted price, they're still selling it less than 30, I think so, on Amazon. It's a great product. But in terms of camera, I felt it was lacking. And I'm surprised that a company like OnePlus doing this thing, because OnePlus was based on consumers, always consumers first, as we thought as reviewers also. And I was surprised that the camera, they didn't improve. But now, just now with the OnePlus 70 that was released just last month, this is the OnePlus 70, they really addressed the camera. They put a proper triple camera setup, not for namesake. The triple camera setup is a proper triple camera setup. Main one is 48 megapixel. Then we also have a ultra wide angle lens, and then we also have a zoom. So all the three cameras are useful, not like gimmick what we find on the OnePlus 7, which had just a depth sensor. So camera is a huge improvement, I would say, still on the OnePlus 7T, and that is the big thing. Many of you are asking me the big difference between the OnePlus 7 and the OnePlus 7T. I would say camera is the biggest thing. On the OnePlus 7, they really ignored the camera, but here on the 7T, they really nailed it, I would say. And also, this one has that 90 hertz display, but I think so they goofed up with the DC dimming, because I said in my review, again check out my review that I posted about the OnePlus 7T. In the very low brightness, the screen was flickering. I thought it's just the issue with my unit, but many of you on Twitter also mentioned that when you keep it on very low brightness, their screen is also actually flickering a little bit. And I think so this is because of faulty DC dimming. DC dimming, I enabled it, but it said beta. I hope they fix it. That's the only big flaw that I'm finding with the OnePlus 7T. But apart from that, it's fine. Okay, now what OnePlus also did with this OnePlus 7 when they launched about 6 months ago is they also launched this, the OnePlus 7 Pro, and I was also very surprised with this phone. In terms of specs, yes, this one finally has that Quad HD screen. That was the big thing, and the 90 hertz display, and a proper triple camera setup. Now what we are getting with the OnePlus 7T. But again, they jacked up the price of this one considerably. If I recall, it was for 49,000. And now again, with the launch of this OnePlus 7T, they have now again relaunched this OnePlus 7T Pro. And frankly speaking, guys, if you've seen my unboxing video, I just don't get the point of this product. Why was this product launched? It's almost very similar to the regular OnePlus, 7 Pro. In fact, almost identical, apart from this minor color change and that laser autofocusing for macro shots. Apart from that, it's very similar. I don't get it. Why did they launch it? The problem is that when companies officially launched products so quickly without any major change, what happens is in the second-hand market, a person who has bought it right now, he feels betrayed. Now, the value of the OnePlus 7 Pro, though technically it's not much different from the 7T Pro, confusing names, the value of this one has gone down considerably, and a person who has just invested his money on this feels betrayed. I would say OnePlus as a brand, yes, I understand you guys are launching too many every 6 months. When you launch a product, make sure there's a big difference between a product. Just don't launch it for the name's sake of it, because that dilutes your brand. We as reviewers are also confused. Why the heck did you even launch this product? I feel this was an unnecessary product, frankly, the OnePlus 7T Pro. Yes, I like what you did with the OnePlus 7T, but frankly speaking, the OnePlus 7T Pro is unnecessary product, and many of your loyal users who have purchased this OnePlus 7 Pro are feeling betrayed. I've spoken to some. I know some who personally, some of my cousins who have bought it. I've also seen in the comment section, and they are feeling betrayed. So just don't launch products for the heck of it, because you can gain more profit. And slowly again, you're doing the same thing. When the OnePlus 7 Pro was launched at 49,000. Now this one, yes, you give it with 256 gigabytes, but now you have increased the price to about 54,000. So what is this doing is the loyal user base that you had, which actually pushed your products, which actually talked about your products, is feeling betrayed. And that's a very bad thing. And I understand the biggest trend that OnePlus has as of now is Oxygen OS. That is something that is differentiating yourself from other brands. For example, if you talk about just hardware, even the Redmi K20 Pro is not a bad product. In terms of hardware, it is really, really good, very close to what OnePlus is providing. And now we have the Asus 6Z and the ROG Phone 2, which also has the 120 Hz AMOLED display. So in terms of hardware, I think so OnePlus has gone back a little bit. The only thing that you guys are playing the OnePlus as a brand is Oxygen OS. And I understand and I appreciate Oxygen OS. But how long can you milk that Oxygen OS and keep churning out products and increasing the price again and again? We have seen this in the history with Samsung. Samsung used to milk their user base, but understand what happened to Samsung now. Talk about even Nokia. Where is Nokia now? If you do that, you just start milking your loyal customer base, they feel betrayed, and eventually they will shun your products. So just think about it, what is happening, because if you guys have watched the OnePlus 70 and the 70 Pro presentation, in the presentation they didn't have anything new to talk about. For 15 minutes you guys were just talking about 90 hertz display. And even Apple with the 120 hertz display that they have on the iPad Pro, they don't talk that much. Even the Asus ROG Phone 2 with the AMOLED screen that had 120 hertz don't talk that much. And next 15 minutes you had to talk just about Oxygen OS, because with your product that is this OnePlus 70 Pro, you simply did not have anything new to offer. So again, it shows even in your presentation. So I hope OnePlus as a brand takes this into notice. You guys are just launching products one after the other, also increasing the pricing, and this is sort of alienating the core users that you are having. And if it continues to go on like this, I'm afraid that the core users that have built what is OnePlus might start moving away, because the competition is fierce. We have the Redmi K20 Pro, for example. Yes, it comes with MIUI, which is the big problem. But just think about it. If the next version of the Redmi K20 Pro, whatever they call it, comes with stock Android or a cleaner UI, what would be the impact? Or for example, the Asus, now the Asus ROG phone comes with almost stock Android. But just imagine if they improve it and all those things, their update frequency, what will happen next year? The Oxygen OS might not have that edge. So this is a frank video from my side. OnePlus as a brand, you need to wake up what you guys are doing, because what you're doing right now is alienating your core user base. I just hope OnePlus as a brand takes this into consideration. Still, you're producing great products. And now with the OnePlus Pro lineup, you're charging almost flagship pricing. But as a flagship, if you're talking that's a flagship, why not implement a proper IP rating and also reverse charging and do something innovative that others haven't done? If you can do that, then that monkier of the Pro makes sense. But again, just doing this, I don't know what to say. Anyways, guys, that was my frank opinion on OnePlus. What do you guys think about the same? Do let me know in the comment section below. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video.